on. Okay. All right, guys. Good afternoon. Probably good night at this point. Um, what we're looking at tonight, we're looking at just an introduction to consultation hours for the fundamentals of management 101 course. I have two sections at the same time running, so it's gonna be both section 101.4.3 and 101.4.0 online 3.0. All right, so I have the two sections running at the same time. All right, so this course, I want to start off by looking at the agenda for tonight, just the agenda. We're looking at, first we're going to do our introduction, a personal introduction. I know you all have a forum up right now that you're supposed to introduce yourselves. I'll be going through that and correcting that along the way as well. I think that's due on Sunday. We're also looking at the type of course. I know some people, they're just entering university this semester and they're not quite sure how the online stuff works. So I'm going to be talking about the two different type of courses we have and the type of course that you're currently taking, which is an asynchronous course. Next, we're going to also touch a little bit. That should take us about 10 minutes because I already have it divided out in time. So, and then we're just going to go through the course outline and look at some of the assessments that are pending and stuff like that. And then we're going to look a little bit about at the academic calendar. All right. Feel free to raise a hand at any point if you have a question or stuff in the end. We'll have a question and answer session in the end, section, all right? And then we should be okay. All right. So we want to look at the course itself. We're looking at the fundamentals of management course. I'm just going to put on a screen sharing so you can see my screen at the same time. All right. So I'm just going to put on screen sharing at this point in time. Then you'll look and see what I can see. All right, so it's working for everybody. Are y'all seeing my screen now? Everybody
yes,
good?
Sir. Yes,
sir. Perfect. All right, perfect. All right, so the first thing we're gonna come at right now, I want to look at, looking at the course outline, I guess. So, but before I get into that, I just want to do a quick overview of myself for the people that don't know me. So I'm gonna start with my background first, all right? So again, let me just put this up. This was a biography that the university has of me. Let's put this up there. All right, so my name is Mr. Oliver Garay. I'm a business administration and management professional and consultant, and also a lecturer here at the University of Belize. A little bit about my background. I've been an adjunct lecturer at the university for the past 4 years. I've been lecturing subjects such as fundamentals of management, business communication, and introduction to economics, and a host of other business-related subjects to the associate degree level. All right. Teaching experience. I've also been teaching at TCC, Toyota Community College, in Punta Gorda for about 7 years. For the past 7 years, I've been teaching subjects such as business-related subjects like public principles of business, office administration, career education, and also I was doing information technology as well. All right. Before that, I was working with a Belize group called Unicomer Group, and I was a relief branch manager there. So I'm well-rounded in the field of management in practical and also theory. So that's just a good thing that you have, right, that I have under my belt there. And I'm looking to learn a lot from you guys as well, right? So that's one thing with teaching. You always learn from the students along the way as well. I'll be going through your forum discussion with your introduction and giving you some grades throughout the time, right? So that's another thing that's coming up. So I'll get to know most of you, right? Virtually, of course, because we're under COVID and we're not able to meet face to face. Okay. Good so far, guys. Everybody good? All right. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing right now for you guys, I'm gonna be explaining. I'm gonna pull up right now the course outline. Right. So I'm gonna pull up my course outline right now, and then I'll be able to show you guys a little bit about the course itself and stuff, some contact information that you all should be able to see. Okay. A copy of this course outline is in your Moodle section on your Moodle page. right there on the Moodle page. So it's the same thing. It's just Miss Pipensberg, her version of it. So we have it up here. All right. So just gonna kind of zoom in a little bit so it's better for you all. All right. So the course, the general description of the course. We're looking at Management 101 4, and of course the O in this case because it's online, right? So that's what the O stands for. It's online. I'm doing section 3 and 3.1. So look, credits, 3 credit scores, section Management 101 4, right? Our course coordinator is the person that actually develops the course. She's the person that designs everything, and then our job as a facilitator, a lecturer, then is to then download work, correct work, post back, back and forth. Have any issues and stuff, bring it to her, and so forth. So that's our role at this point in time. Um, this semester we're looking at the class meeting type is an asynchronous course. Anybody know what an asynchronous course means? Asynchronous. All right, so I guess not. I'm just gonna do a quick explanation of what it comes to asynchronous versus a synchronous course and what your course entails, right? So I don't want to get you all confused about it, so I'm gonna take my time about it. All right. So the first one we're looking at is our course, right? Our course is considered to be a asynchronous course, all right? So that's what our course is designed to be. Now, for our course, the asynchronous course is opposite from the synchronous course. So I just want to kind of pull up that real quick so you know the difference between it, all right? Hence, we have consultation hours, right? Or consultation time instead of a class time. It's not a session per se, it's a consultation. A synchronous course or learning course, right, is the opposite of an asynchronous course where learning interacts with teachers and learners online at the same time in different places. Now, a synchronous course has real time, right, live discussions, and we have back and forth simultaneous instructor, facilitator, and then of course, students are learning like that. So it's actually like a class session, but it's like online. So like it's on Zoom or right, they're using Google Meet, or we're using Google Meet. So it's like it's a drawn out session. So some courses university has placed under synchronous course. Those are courses that you actually log in at a certain time, and the teacher would then, or lecturer would then take attendance. Then you actually go through a slideshow and they explain everything, and they do this. Through it's just like a regular class session, but it's like online. All right, that's a synchronous course. Right now, our course, because a lot of people kind of get it confused, right? I noticed I was meeting some people earlier, and they were messaging me about the difference. So I just want to kind of clear that up early. So a asynchronous course now, which is our course, right? We're learning at different times, right? It's a different time. We have different at your own pace, we'd say, all right? On platform, of course, the platform we're using is the Moodle platform, which connected again to our Google Meet software. So an example of learning is multimedia discussion forums, emails, and other forms of communication for learning. Now, the university has done a great job when it comes to designing this particular course, because this course then all the videos and stuff and all our learning resources are already posted. So on your own time, right? So you're not actually having to log into a class session per se and then being on Zoom or something or on Google Meet for like hours, right? So you're just logging in on your own time, and of course it's flexible, and we're taking a lot of part when it comes to the people who are working, right? So a lot of people are working, and so you can learn at your own pace. And we just have like deadlines that you have to have certain stuff done by then, and it's not limited to your time. So some people work in the morning or in the evening, right? So you can do it whenever, right? It's on your own pace. Okay. So look at that. So the asynchronous course, which is our course, right? We're looking at accessing resources at your own pace, self-paced, and we have a list of video recordings right there that are already pre-recorded. So you just go and watch a video, take your notes, and then of course then you'll just do your assessments online. Okay. So where it's not a situation whereby you're gonna be logging in and I'm gonna be here explaining, or teaching for 2 hours or something like that, right? Everything is already then, videos already played. So you just take your time, you go through your videos, and you don't have no specific time for a class, okay? So what the university has asked us to do now then is to create this consultation time, right? This consultation time with you all, which should be a time whereby if you would have a question, let's say for example you're going through something and you don't really understand it fully, right? Or or you want a little further explanation to something, right? Then you can go ahead and then email me, right? I would say, and then I would then come on the consultation time and say, all right, okay, so you guys had an issue with this. So let me try my best to then explain this concept to you, right? But those are gonna be like rare occurrences, right? They will occur, right? Because you have certain new material that you don't understand. Maybe you want like a third explanation. Maybe the video didn't do justification for you enough, right? But again, that's where I come in. All right. So feel free to then email me, right? Any question you would have or you want me to kind of discuss, a little concept or core concept that you want me to discuss in the consultation time, and that I'll be more than happy to explain that to you, right? Don't be alarmed, don't be frightened when it comes to hearing about an asynchronous course, right? People all around the world, they're doing their degrees online, they're doing masters online, doctorate online. They're not physically going into a particular classroom, right? They just have modules like what we have, and you go through the video, read their material, right? And again, university did an excellent job in putting resource material for you guys. So you have all the chapters, everything. You just have to read it, go through the video, right? For and afterwards, you then jot down your notes and everything. Okay, and you should be okay. And we also have sent you the slideshows. So you have the slideshow for each chapter. And an important tip I'm going to give you right now is that a lot of students always forget, and I also have to remind them about this when I was teaching in face-to-face, is that everything that I talk about in the classroom is in the slideshow in the notes, all right? If you go to this lecture slide and you just drag it down, you'll see the notes and all the explanations are right there, nice for you right there, nice and neat. So like we're giving you all the resources you need. It's just now the power then is on you, right? The onus is on you to then take a time out. I know a lot of students when we talk about the online course, you have a lot of freedom, I would say, right? You have a lot of freedom. So it's important that you make time to do your reading and you view your videos and stuff, and afterwards you should be okay. It shouldn't be anything hard, right? The course is a nice course, especially now when it comes to management. You all are going to be managers or managed by somebody, so it's important that you understand the principles of how management works and what the do's and don'ts and ethics about it, right? So it should be okay. Should be nothing that you all can handle at this point in time, okay? So I just want to kind of talk a little bit about asynchronous course a little more. So this type of learning is self-paced, which means that you're not coming to a classroom a specific day, right? So you have the entire week, right? Because you have it broken down into weeks. So week 1, you know what you have to do, all right? So you can sit there and then, all right, just get that done and then get ready for week 2 and just keep yourself up to par when it comes to the deadline. That's the main thing. A lot of people kind of prolong everything, and then deadlines kind of creep up on you at this point in time. Okay. The dashboard, the Moodle dashboard also looks at little reminders and stuff. I'll be posting announcements if I have to at this point in time. But everything is right here. All the schedules, everything are up there, and you're able to look at it. Again, if you have any questions, right, just save them till the end, and we can hear them out. All right. So learning is more interactive in this part, I would say, because I've taught the face-to-face one for about several times. And I've noticed that this one is more interactive because it's not a lot of test-based. Like, last time I had like 3 tests I was giving my students and like 3 quizzes or 4 quizzes. Now we only have 2 tests, right? So looking at most of the information are looking at more like discussions. So you reading the material and kind of applying yourself, and then it shows that you really understood, right? Understood what you read from the material. Okay. So looking at forum discussions, please again try your best to get all those done in a timely fashion. It's self-paced again, so you kind of dictate when and where you do your work and stuff like that. And also we have like podcasts and stuff like that. All right. So furthermore, you're looking at asynchronous. We're looking at placing learning platform to access information. So again, the Moodle site is well designed at this point in time. I went through it, right? And everything is there. All the videos, everything are there with all your resource material at the top, your chapters and everything. So you have to download it and just take your time and read, right? Reading is going to be a major part of this particular course. Again, because you have to read and understand, right? All of these concepts and principles we're looking at. All right. So we're looking at that asynchronous. So again, we don't have a class time. We're not gonna be sitting here, right? Everything, all the videos that we have on the lessons are already recorded, pre-recorded, and they're posted. So you don't have to take the time, go through it, read a chapter. You have your slides. In the slide, have the lecture notes, so you can have the notes are written in the slide. So looking at the slide, if you don't understand something, just go at the bottom and read the note. It's right there. It explains everything to a T, right? And that's why when it comes to management, most students in the past always say that, man, this management course is really nice because you have a lot of material. You know, you get a piece of textbook. Textbook is well described, a lot of examples. When it comes also to the slide, it has notes inside the slide, right? So we're saying that it's easy, right? It makes life easy for you, okay? So you have all the resources at this point in time to do excellent and get this A, right? In management, and should be nothing that you guys can knock out. So I know you're more than capable of doing it, okay? Any questions so far before I continue? Everybody okay? Questions? All
Good
right.
so far, sir.
All right, perfect. They say silence is golden, so I'm just gonna go continue. All right, so I want to kind of touch a little bit right now on the academic calendar before I even go further in the course outline. So I'm just gonna do a snapshot of the academic calendar for this particular month. You know we're almost at the end already, so we're just looking at dropout periods when it comes to late registration and stuff like that. And I think you all have a copy of this at this point in time. An important date if you all want to withdraw is Tuesday 31st, right? So I just wanted to show you all these dates. So this is what's happening this month, right, for us right now, right? So I'm glad again I have my two sections filled. So I have 35 and 35. So I have two full sections for management. So we should be able to have a successful semester, all right? All right, so I have one more thing I want to go through with you all before we continue into next section, which is going to be talking about the assessment, all right? Let me pull this up real quick here. Let me zoom in. All right, so I was going through this again. So we all now understand the concept of asynchronous. What's an asynchronous class versus a synchronous class, right? A synchronous class, you're logging in, you're sitting, you're logging in, you're there for a long period of time, and the teacher is actually teaching you, and you have to then write notes, and and you have to kind of, you're actually just like in a regular class. You don't have as much material and things like that. Versus that asynchronous class, we give you everything. You have all the material, you have lecture notes, you have the slides, you have all the videos. You can actually go back and watch a video, right? If you forget something, you go back and then watch the video. Everything is there, perfectly organized for you, right, to succeed in this particular course. So we now know the difference between the two, right? Asynchronous versus the synchronous course. All right. Scrolling down, we're looking at some contact information here. I'm responsible for this semester for the two sections for Punta Gorda, right? Punta Gorda batch. And so we're looking at that. So the two courses I'm teaching are both from the Toledo campus, okay? So that's going to be section 3 and 3.1. All right, so office hours, we're looking at requests for appointments. So if you need to contact me at any point in time, feel free to use the UB email, right? I've seen some emails right now I've replied to, right, to the email. And also I have a telephone number, 627-6269, or my UB email at oliver.garay@ub.edu.bv. Or you can just message me on the Moodle platform, okay? Perfect, right there, be all right. So those are my contact information for you guys, right? So you can then contact me about the course. Again, this course, again, guys, you're gonna learn a lot of core principles in management. You're gonna be, observing. It's gonna be really good, and we have a lot of interactive stuff to do as well. All right, so I want to also look right now on the grading instruments. Like I said, you guys kind of got away compared to face to face because I can recall giving more tests than this, right? So you only have two tests, all right? So looking at two tests at 60 points each. You're looking at total cumulative here of 120, and it's going to be 24%, right, of your overall grade. All right, so two tests. So it's important that we perform well on those, right? And of course, we're then those tests are gonna be standardized, right? Some are standardized, some aren't. But I'll be informing you, like if everybody take this at the same time to the country, then I'll then inform you we're gonna take a test at this time or a time frame within it, right? Quizzes again, right? Same thing. Quizzes. You have 4 quizzes at 20 points each, right? 80, 16%. All right, so what I noticed a lot right here, discussion forums again, a lot of people tend to forget to do them and it kind of creeps up on you. So I'd advise that, try your best to get the discussion forums in because, it's just explaining, things that you have learned and stuff like that. Shouldn't be anything too hard. So 5 at 10 points, which is going to be 10%. And of course, assignments. Assignments are the most, if you notice up here. Assignments are really important. And I want to take my time and talk about the assignment section for a reason. Your assignments, you have 3 assignments, right? And you look at essays. Now, in these essays, per se, you'd ask to answer like specific questions and stuff like that. So we're looking at 50 points each, right? So it's 30% of your overall, grade for the course. So it's important to take your time with the assignment. We're looking at policy. So a lot of people tend to, I would say, sometimes they turn what I call a manual photocopier, right? They get their framework and they try to pass it as their own. All right. Now let's talk about the policies in that. I'll give you a tip, right? It's important to remember that your assignment is a big bulk of your grade. So it's important that you take your time and you structure it properly. And of course, I'll explain when the assignment comes around, I'll explain what I want and how the structure is say and stuff like that. I'll give you that information, right? Make it life easier for you. Again, please don't plagiarize. Very important. And when it comes to passing off work as your own and copying from other people, some people, okay, your best friend finish ahead of time, so you probably get a work and change the name and try to pass it off as your own. Now, in situations like that, I've been faced with some, right? Minimal, right? Let's say, for example, Chinese is online right now, right? Chinese is online, right? Chinese is online past student. Let's say Shanice finished her homework first, and she did excellent everything, and she got 100, right? And let's say you gave somebody else the homework, okay? And that person passing the same homework, right? What I'm gonna do, right, with Shanice and the other person, I'm gonna take the grade, I'm gonna divide it in half, all right? So it's gonna be 50 and 50, so that's gonna be your grade, all right? So that's the policy, but that's my policy, right, that we're gonna look at. Again, that's placed to deter you from doing that. You already work hard on your particular work. Don't be used by anybody else, right? Let them do the work. It's going to be beneficial for them because when exam time comes around, it's going to show. Again, people, all of these assessments are linked to the exam now, right? Everything you do, all the tests, all the quiz, discussion, the assignments, right, is linked to the exam. I always give the joke about if you keep all the tests and all the quiz and everything, and you go through it, when you go to the exam, you get an A. And I have people that got high scores in the exam, right? Just by doing that 98, 100 on the exam, some students, right? Because they're so well prepared. They have all the multiple choice questions locked, they have everything if they review and they're ready. Okay? So that's one thing I'll tell you. Take all assessments seriously and make sure you go and you review your assessments, like questions you got wrong, check the correct answer and stuff like that. Because it really pays off. That's basically what we do here, right? We're just testing you on what we already taught. We would never test you on something we didn't teach, right? So it's important that you have those assessments done and save them for review when it comes to exam time, okay? All right, next. I want to talk about some little tips I'm looking at when I was observing. Um, One, again, when it comes to assessments and stuff, please don't copy for assessments from other people because again, it's detrimental to your particular grade and you know it's going to be difficult for you to kind of bounce that back. And of course, you see the weight of the assignments, right? When it comes to missing grades, again, people, I know I'm flexible. I'm very flexible when it comes to situations occur and stuff like that. But not every time a situation can occur, right? So they have some students that every other assessment, something happens to their family, or somebody there, their granny passed away 3 times or something like that, right? So we're saying that they have flexibility again, but don't push it. Try to get your stuff done, right, in a timely manner. Um, so again, we're looking at that, right? Be on time assessments, very important. Try to get those assessments out of the way early, okay? Next thing we're looking at is another tip that I'll give you guys that it's important that you read, right? A lot of people, again, they don't like to read, right? Don't like to read information. At this point, this course especially, we have all the tools. We gave you everything. We gave you the lecture slides, everything. You have all the videos, right? You have all the references. So all you have to do is take your time out, take a little time out, and then go through the material, get your stuff done in a timely manner, and you should be okay, right? It's not like in the past that you're actually sitting down, sitting down in a classroom taking a test, or behind a computer. You have resources around you that you can use, right? You can apply yourself differently, right? Again, end of the day, for me, I just want to make sure that you understand the material, and I can see that through your writing and through the examples that you give and stuff like that. And I'll give you a tip right now when it comes to some of the essay questions or ask that you use examples. If you can use Belizean examples or local examples, I will give you extra points for those as well. Okay. Um, Moving on. So we're looking at that. Next, we're going to look at the use of the site, the Moodle site. Okay. The Moodle site is well designed at this point in time. It has all the material in the resource section at the top. And then afterwards, you have all your deadlines and stuff. And I'll also send you announcements and things like that, right? That you're able to then see, okay, you have something pending, it's there, and stuff like that. So it should be okay for you all at this point in time. Okay. So for week one, we just want to scroll along to week one, and then we're going to look at stuff like that. So we're looking at the course outline for week one. Again, at this time, you have to log into your Moodle site. It's for the people that don't know how to, I think at this point, you should know to use Moodle because I know you had an orientation session that they actually had to go through the beginners, the beginners to actually access it. So I think you all should be okay in that. If you have any questions on Moodle, feel free to contact the university IT team and they'll be able to then answer your questions or technical questions on Moodle software and stuff like that. Okay. So we just went over the course outline. I did my introduction. I'll be reading your introductions as well throughout this period of time. We talk about plagiarism. We just review the course assessment. All right. We looked at that. Course assignment. So this week, what's important for us to start reading chapter 1. Right. You're looking at chapter 1. It's there on the Moodle site. Right. So you're able to then download that PDF and then put your reading in, and then we should be okay. So read the entire chapter, right, to be ready and prepared for our session next week, right? It's important that you set a solid foundation when it comes to management. So, and that comes through reading, right? I always stress it because, again, a lot of us don't like to read, right? But we need to apply ourselves. And of course, we have our videos there for our discussion in week 2. So the videos are already there. Let me see if I can then pull up this management site. All right, so we went through that. Yeah, let me pull up the site here. All right. So we're looking at the particular course and logging in here real quick. We have the stuff here. We have our meet lecture, everything. You have all the videos, all your stuff are here, but course resources, everything is here. And then we have your set of down here, we have the videos that I want you to look at, right, for preparing for week 2. So I want us to focus right here. I see some people already, doing their introduction. So that's great, right? I'll be going through that as well. So at this point, that's a great, effort that they're already jumping on and not wasting time. Okay. All right. So for the consultation time, so I want you guys to knock these down, right? Now that's your objective, and try to get this in by Sunday. Sunday is the deadline for this one. All right. So let me get back into this. All right.
Sir, I have a
So
question.
let's go straight to the question before I continue. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So, do we have you 2 times for the week, Wednesday and
No,
Friday, or just?
no, you don't. Okay. Excellent question. We're gonna be talking about that right now. Like what I mentioned just now, right? It's an asynchronous course. So that time that they had set, right? That's a default time. All right, it's a default time that university set. If you go into the Moodle course and you look at guest lecturers, you notice that all the lecturers have a different time. They have like a different time. So my thing was that I was being flexible when it comes to, I know they have a lot of people at work and stuff. Even myself, I work and I class at 5, right? So a lot of people I understand are the same thing, right? So they gave us the option that we can pick any time we want to have the course that's not suitable for us as lecturers, as adjunct lecturers, because of course we have our main form of employment, then we're adjunct afterwards. So what I was looking at, and I mentioned it earlier because I know, again, when it comes to logistics, I know people are traveling. Myself, because of my work, I'm up and down, right? Friday is not a desired time to meet, right? So I was looking at my available days. Again, I just put this meeting today, right? And let me just pull up, let me just run this attendance real quick before I forget.
Sir, I
Yeah,
just want to ask because when I'm sign up, it's at 4:30.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about right now. I want to talk about the section that we are able to, if we can. I'm available to meet with you all between like on Tuesdays. It can happen on Tuesday or Wednesday, like today. But if we want, like my time would be like 5:30 to 6:30. We just need a half an hour. So I don't know if I need to get some feedback. If you want me to push it up, we can go from 5:30, right? From 5:30 to 6, if you want. If that would be suitable for you all, or if you want, we can maybe do Tuesday, 5:30 to 6. Again, it's just gonna be about 15 to 30 minutes of consultation time, right? It's just I'm just gonna explain like, all right, do you have an issue with this, or you want I'm gonna explain an assessment, and then you should be okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to ask you all about right now. What some of your feedback were, because I know you all. I'm just looking at the working people. I know it's hard to try to get there at a certain time. I know logging and stuff like that. So I'm really flexible at this point in time. So Tuesday or Wednesday, if it works for you guys, I can try my best to be here, be online
Tuesday, good, sir.
at least about like 5:30, right? Like 5:30, maybe 5:30 to 6 Tuesday would be more desirable for you guys. You just have to let me know, all right? Send me an email. I know some people have class, right, at 6. All right. So I saw like we had about 2 people messaging me earlier. Sir, I have a class at 6 to 8:30. So I said, okay, no problem. I just want to, do the consultation. I can always change my consultation time, right, to fluctuate. And I'm very flexible again. I was trying to, I don't want to clash with anybody class and stuff like that. Again, most of the work here is upon you yourself, to go through the material, and I'm here to assist you, right, in any way I can. All right. So if we want, we can put it to Tuesday, 5:30 to 6, because that'll give you enough time to log in and get my stuff together ready for you guys and give you a quality lecture. I don't wanna say 5, because 5 I might still be in a meeting, or I don't wanna be like you're waiting on me, because I know time is money and stuff like that. I don't wanna waste the time. I don't wanna engage and say, all right, I'll be at 5, because things happen at work and stuff like that. So any question, any feedback on that? Go ahead, Kevin. Go again.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 5:30 no work for me. I sometimes still just the balance of 5:30
Okay, okay, okay,
and I need
okay.
probably at least 6 o'clock or 6:30.
Yeah. What we can do, like I said, we could go 6 to 6:30, right? But again, I just want you guys to like email me at this point, right? Shoot me an email and tell me if if what time you're available when it comes to that. But I'm looking at that slot there, because again, I'm at this point we're flexible when it comes to the working class people, so I have no problem of logging in at 6 o'clock. Like we did a 6 o'clock session. We're kind of over the time right now. We're just closing up right now, right? But I'm looking at that. So we're looking at and even if for the people that have class at that time, right, we can then sort out things and set a desired time for everybody, or I can also come online, at this point in time. So again, or just email me when it comes to if it's clashing with your session, right? So if you have any class that's clashing between 5:30 and 6:30, please email me and let me know so I can then forward that information to my course coordinator, right, at this point in time. All right, so that's what you guys will ask you guys to do. If you have any class that clashes between that time, and again, it's about 70 students that are able to then jump on at a certain time, right? So I just want to have a time that will be all right for everybody. So again, if you have any questions when you're relating to what I explained earlier about the course and stuff like that, feel free to then talk. I'll give you all those 5 to 10 minutes to hear it out, and then I'll sort out the time factor and put it on the announcement. All right. So any other questions besides the time and stuff like that for my consultation time? Any questions based on what I explained earlier about the course and how the course is going to be delivered and so forth? Feel free to just turn up, take off your mic and go ahead.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I saw on the course on Moodle that it has a part where it says that there's a course coordinator live session that is held on Fridays at 4:30. Are we supposed to join that session, because it doesn't say for any section, so I'm not
No,
sure.
no, that okay. You see that section there is that Miss Pipersberg, the course facilitator. That's her course. So you can't go into that course. She teaches Belicity. So just like what we're doing right now, that's what she's doing in that time. She's just consulting with her students and asking them if they have questions and stuff like that. So it's not like this is a live course we're doing right now, right? Same thing because I'm here and you're there, right? But when it comes to that particular lecture, because she teaches Belicity, so she does 2 sections of management and Belicity. So she's a full-time lecturer at UB, right? So that's her time that she set aside when she for her particular 2 sections. So everybody sets aside 15 to 30 minutes of consultation time. So all the sections, that's her section, and other sections will have different times and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead there, Ashley.
Sir, right now, is the consultation mandatory or not?
Yeah, they're asking that you are here for the consultation because we're looking at some students don't for example last semester I was informed that the lecturer wasn't giving consultation. If I come giving consultation time, you're not giving. Okay, sorry, can you all hear me now? Mic check one. Can you all hear me good now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, sorry about that. All right, so like I was saying, last semester they didn't give consultation time. Like like you as a student, you were just there with a computer and you didn't talk to anybody. All right, so if you have a question, you have to email a course coordinator. You know how that email thing works. It takes some time to be back and forth. So now they're asking us that we do this time and have attendance, and so to give them. So for example, let's say Ashley, you fail the course at the end, let's say, right? And you didn't have any work and stuff like that. They want to see how much contact time you had with me, right? So did you come and see me, or did you join? How much of the lectures did you join, right? So I think that's the reasoning behind why they want attendance for the particular time, right? Because keep in mind, people, that these consultation time will vary in time limit now because it might be 15 minutes or like half an hour maximum, right? We're just here for a little bit. I'm going over time right now because we're here, for the first time, right? But that's the reason why the consultation hours will then fluctuate, right? So I'm just giving you time to kind of set the foundation here tonight to let you all know like the type of course you're running and don't log in 4 o'clock because it's not you won't be able to log in to that session. That's her consultation time. All right. I think she's gonna move that too because right at this point in time, everybody is shifting their consultation time based on the particular courses. All right. But again, my time again, I'm looking at I'm gonna set it based on emails when it comes to looking at other consultation time, other lecturers availability, right? So we're looking at that at this point in time. All right. And I understand that you all have other courses you're taking, so I don't want to infringe on those as well. Right. So I'm trying my best to just squeezing up 15 minutes. It's not a lot of time, people. 15 minutes, half an hour, it's not a lot of time. Right? It's not a lot of time I'm asking for. And of course I won't go over that time. Trust me, I won't. I'm over it right now for a little bit, but it's important, right? That I get these questions in. Any other questions?
Well, sir, I just want to say that I just want to ask because what if like some people have emergency around that time or like they forget?
Yeah. When it comes to forgetting, I'm gonna be sending you all out like announcements at certain times, so you'll have like an announcement that's gonna hit your like when we go live. Email you're supposed to get email at where you're supposed to join the chat. And of course, things happen. I won't, I understand that things that happen. You have emergencies that can occur, things like that. I understand that, right? So that's nothing. I've been a teacher for over 10 years, so I understand situations occur and stuff like that. It's no problem. So again, the important thing at this point, the important thing at this point is just get your work in a timely manner and keep up with your reading and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay then, thanks, sir. I guess that's all for me.
All right, no problem. Thank you for your input. Any other questions from anybody else? Feel free. Again, I'm approachable. You feel free to talk. Again, we're here, right? If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Well, go ahead and ask. Go ahead. You can go. You can take out your mic. You can go ahead.
So this is a question where like I see in almost every class.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Will we have any group work for this course at this time?
When it comes to group work for the course, I think it's designed like in discussion, right? So from time to time, I'm kind of big on group work. I personally like to give group work in my classes. Like for example, when I was doing the face-to-face one, right? They do a lot of stuff in peers. A lot of stuff are done in peers, right? That's me. I like to have that conversation between two and stuff like that. The course, I'll have to get back to you on that because I know some of the courses are designed to have like groups when it comes to like discussion, like peer discussions and stuff like that, right? So I'll see when it comes at that point. If not, it's not there. You have to do it individually, right? Because the course is a little bit different from what I'm used to because I'm used to that face-to-face. And usually with my face-to-face course, when you go in, everybody's everything. Most of the work are done in peers, right? So thank you. Excellent question. I'll get back to you for our next video on that. I'll chat that one time. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir.
All right. Any other question, guys? Feel free to go ahead. Again, if you're shy to go on live, no problem. You can email me questions because remember we have to meet again at next week. So this week again, guys, take it easy. It's important. Just get your discussion in when it comes to that introduction. Just answer the questions about yourself. I'll grade those, put those in the grade book. Do your reading. You have your reading assignment. Start reading a chapter. Go through your videos, and then next week we shall meet again at a specific time in the sense you okay. Before we leave, because again we're kind of over time right now with you all, because I want to kind of keep it for the half an hour. Right, 15 minutes to half an hour. I don't want to take too much time, and we are busy as well. So, any other pressing issues that, based on my presentation or anything that you all want to ask, you can go ahead.
Sir, how would we know when you decide the consultation time?
Yeah, I'll get that done by Friday. By Friday, I'll be sending it. It'll be an announcement section. You see the same section that you all send the announcement. Like you got that email, I'll send you an email, right, with that consultation time. I'll send you an email with that. I'm trying to be as flexible as I can with everybody that when it comes to your work, the working class people and when the classes and stuff, right? Of course, I'm trying my best, of course, and then so with a group of students as well, I'm here. Next person, please. You can go ahead, Mr. Mel. You can go ahead.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Is this session or course one time for the week?
Yes, it's again. So just to kind of clear the air on this, that time that you all saw on the schedule, that's a consultation time because this is an asynchronous course, right? Asynchronous course again means that I won't be physically teaching and going through slide and stuff like that because they have all the videos already there programmed for you to go through it and then review the slides. And so when I come in, I'm just coming in for a consultation session, which means that if you have any issues and stuff like that, I'll be hearing it out and further explanation and stuff like that. Okay? So we're just meeting one time a week. 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on if I have a lot of questions to go through, it might be like half an hour. But I'll try my best to kind of condense it into that time and just be straight on with it. Because you have all the material, you have all the slides, lecture, everything. So if maybe something you didn't understand or what needs to explain, your core concept, right? Then we go ahead and we then I will explain that to you further, right?
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Next, anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Like how you guys are just scheduling for a class at Tuesday, and you said Tuesday. For me, Tuesday is a busy schedule for me. It applies Thursdays as well. So this time will be the perfect one for me, but I don't think it applies to the rest.
Yeah, but I'll figure that out. Don't worry about that. I'll figure that out and I'll figure that section out. At this point, when the time, guys, I'll figure that out. All right, don't worry yourself about that. Worry yourself right now about reading these chapters and getting yourself together. All right, don't worry about that. I'm really flexible when it comes to that, and I'll figure everything out for you guys. And you'll have an update by Friday. All right. Yes, go ahead, Miss. I was waiting for you to ask a question earlier.
I wanted to ask if for this class we will be using the lockdown browsers for any assessment.
For lockdown browser, I'm not sure at this time. We had a conversation earlier about lockdown browser and how it was affecting some computers and stuff like that. So it had a compatibility issue. So for right now, presently we're not using it. I'll inform you when we do use it. I think they want it for the exam, right? For the exam, they want to use a lockdown browser, right? So, but I'll keep you updated on that. Okay.
All right then. Thank you.
No problem. Any other question?
Sir, should we form a WhatsApp group?
No, you're good. You don't need to form a WhatsApp group. You'll be all right. When it comes to the courses, it's not, but especially right now, I was looking at it. You don't need to. It's just mainly you. It's you and you might have a little peer now and again, but it's mainly just you and your peer at this point in time. Right?
Okay. I was just wondering about that.
No problem.
I also noticed that how Moodle seems to have validating with communication.
Yes. When it comes to the site went down yesterday. Yeah, I noticed that as well. It's an ongoing process.
I'm not talking about the site. I'm not talking about how the site went down. I'm talking about how we can interact with our peers on Moodle. Okay.
You could message. Okay, you could probably message each other. If you want, as a class, if you want, you could open a chat if you want to kind of do reminders and stuff like that. But for me, WhatsApp group right now, especially for this course, it's more kind of you by yourself, or you could have like a learning peer, you call it a peer learner that you kind of work with and discuss topics with and stuff. That's okay, but officially, no, you're not supposed to.
All right, sir.
All right. Excellent question.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Go ahead. Anybody else? The floor is open
So,
again. Don't be afraid to ask any question.
last question. I
Yes,
noticed
go
we
ahead.
have a group work for Moodle, right? And then
Okay.
we are choose our own groups, or you are choose we.
For the group work on Moodle, anything that when it comes to that, I usually, right, I would choose for you. I'll choose for you because the reason why I choose for you also is because when you start working in the real world, that you don't really work with your friends. All right. A lot of people tend to like join their friends in the class and stuff like that. I don't really believe in that. So you should be able to work with anybody. So all the group works and stuff like that, I'll be breaking you all into groups. Good question. Good question.
Okay then, thanks, sir.
No problem. Anybody else? Everybody else good? I saw hand up. Your hand up, Mr. Rick. Still hand up or alright. Seems you does. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to ask if we have any assignment for this week, or if it would be just for read the chapter.
Yeah, if you go on the Moodle site, like I mentioned just now, let me do this. I'm gonna put on the screen sharing again for y'all so you can see. Let me see what you see. Okay, you guys also can see my screen, all right? Everybody can see my screen, all right? I check one. Hello.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right, so on this screen right here, right now, guys, if you notice right now, we're looking at opening activity, right? So this is week 1, right? So your open activity, you have to do this introduction, right? This is important. This is actually one of your first grades, right? So this is pending, by the way. So you'll have to introduce the name, and of course, you know, your hobbies and stuff, and Netflix, whatever. So I have some questions here for you. I want you to type that up for me in the discussion forum. I want to go through that because just like you guys took my time. When it comes to introducing myself, I need to kind of know you all and give you a grade for it. If you notice, we're looking at this. It's up here. You have upcoming events on the side, and it gives you what's due. All right, the discussion forum, right? Time, for example, this is due Sunday, right? So please, everybody, get that introduction done by Sunday, and we should be okay. All right. So it gives you nice little updates here on the side. So for the people that sometimes you forget, right? You go right on the side there and you see what's due and what time and stuff like that. All right. Right there for you. All right. So again, please, again, log into your Moodle, go around, navigate through it, get used to it, right? Everything is right here for you, right, at your fingertips. You kind of have it good compared to other people when it comes to that hands-on class because you don't have all the material like they, you have the PDFs, you have all the video recordings, everything set. You can picture at your own pace. You go and do it. Everything is there. All the assessments, you just knock them out in a timely manner. But that's due. You have a calendar on the side that has everything that's due. All the power of this course is on you guys, right? So it's important that you kind of have that self-discipline and take the time out to get your stuff done because you could easily some people can wait last minute to try to do things and you don't see a true reflection of you, right? Your ability. So I advise that you kind of knock your stuff out early, right? Just to be on the safe side, all right? Any other questions? Feel free. Well, time right now is 6:55. I kind of took a lot of time from you, right? Right? So it's important again, feel free to contact me, right? I'm trying my best to be flexible with everybody right now. And of course, my available schedule too, I'm gonna try to give you guys a valuable session, give you the time to then discuss. So it's important that you have this one-to-one with me. If you have any issues and questions, I'm here to assist you, all right? Because I have some concepts that you might see the video and read and say, you know what, I want like a local example of this, or I want this example to make me better understand it. All right, and that's where I come in. So if anything, when you're reading and you don't understand something or a concept, jot it down, email me it, and then I'll have to then, tell me what slide number I never understand, right? Tell me the slide number, like for example, chapter 1, I never understand slide 14. What's that all about? Right? Then I'll come in and that's the first thing I do. Right? So again, I'm here to assist you. Very important. Okay? But of course, also I want to also note that if we're having a session, right, at a certain time, you can't expect me to answer your question, right? If you message me, like 5 minutes before the session, or like, try to hit me up at least 24 hours before so I can adequately have the slide up and everything for you, all right? Any other questions?
Sir, I have to go.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, I already took the attendance. So and then we're closing now then because we're looking at time, right? So we'll meet again. I'll be putting out a course announcement when it's gonna be our next meet time after looking over everything and consulting with the course facilitator. All right. So again, guys, God bless. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe, right, and enjoy your weekend. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night, everybody.